There is a hidden reason why your breakthrough has been delayed, and it has absolutely nothing to do with how hard you've been trying. Sometimes God breaks your pride in private so you won't fall apart when you're finally in the spotlight. Maybe that's exactly where you are right now. So stay with me until the end of this video. Today, we're going to uncover why inner maturity must always come before material abundance if you want to stay where God takes you. Before we go any further, type, "God is maturing me" in the comments with faith. When God gives a promise, we often expect it to happen right away. But that's not how He works. There is always a season between the promise and its fulfillment. That season isn't a punishment. It's a training ground. That season often feels like silence. But silence isn't rejection. It's a strategic season where God is working behind the scenes. He's working in you, and He's working for you. Many believers know that God's timing is best, but many don't understand why the waiting seems to last so long. The world has trained us to expect instant results. God doesn't work that way. His timing is wiser and more patient than ours. A seed doesn't become a tree overnight. A child doesn't become an adult in a week. Maturity takes time. And that's exactly what God is building during the quiet seasons of your life. The discomfort you feel while you're waiting reveals the insecurities that are still hidden inside you. If you receive the blessing before you're healed from pride, fear, or the need to control everything, that blessing can become a trap. God isn't delaying your breakthrough because He's being unkind. He's protecting you from yourself. Even when you're walking through the valley, that season can become a place of growth. Waiting is never empty. Understand this. God is more concerned with breaking your pride than rushing your breakthrough. Pride is one of the greatest enemies of lasting blessings. A proud man who is given influence begins to believe he's above everyone else. A proud woman who receives success may start using it to glorify herself instead of God. God deals with pride before He entrusts you with greater responsibility. The danger of receiving more before you're ready is real. You've seen people become successful almost overnight, only to lose everything just as quickly. That's not simply bad luck. It's a spiritual reality. Character that hasn't been formed cannot carry the weight of a great blessing. God will never place a responsibility on you that your character isn't ready to carry. If you can't be faithful in small, hidden seasons, He won't entrust you with greater ones. Waiting strips away self-reliance. It removes the need to control everything. It exposes the belief that you deserve certain things simply because you've worked for them. That process of being stripped down is often a sign that your blessing is getting closer. When you begin to feel weak, small, and completely dependent on God, that's when He can truly lift you up. God won't build your future on an unprepared heart. Now think about the difference between temporary success that collapses under pressure and lasting success that remains strong. There are two kinds of success. The first comes quickly. It's loud, impressive, and fragile. It rises fast and disappears just as fast. The second grows slowly. It's quiet, steady, and strong. It takes time to develop, but it can withstand every storm. Temporary success falls because it has no solid foundation. You can build something impressive, but if the foundation is cracked, eventually everything built on it will collapse. Many people have lost what God gave them because their character wasn't ready to sustain it. Those failures aren't random. They reveal weaknesses that should have been dealt with during the season of preparation. Rushing the process is never wisdom. God takes the time that's needed to shape your character so you can carry what He's preparing to give you. Instead of asking, "When will my blessing come?" ask yourself, "Who do I need to become so I can keep it?" God isn't only interested in what you receive. He's interested in who you become while you're receiving it. Without waiting, without testing, hope remains shallow. Hard seasons build perseverance. Perseverance shapes your character, and character produces lasting hope. Start seeing the wilderness differently. It's not a place of punishment. It's a place of preparation. In the wilderness, God removes the noise of the world. He brings you face to face with yourself. It's where people are prepared for greater responsibility. Not because they've failed, but because they're being formed. If even those whom God called had to go through seasons of preparation, why would we expect to avoid our own? The wilderness develops patience. It develops integrity. It develops resilience. These qualities cannot be produced overnight. They are formed through long seasons of testing. That's why it's so important to practice wholehearted obedience in the small, unseen responsibilities. Serve faithfully where you are. Do it as though you're serving God Himself. That's how you show that you're ready for greater responsibilities in the future. Don't live through the waiting with a survival mindset. Learn to grow during the process. Most people simply try to get through the wilderness. They count the days. They complain. They keep asking when it will finally be over. But there's another way to live. You can grow while you're waiting. Not in spite of the delay, but because of it. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow. Every season of silence becomes an opportunity to listen. The waiting isn't wasted. It's an investment in the person God is shaping you to become. When your perspective changes, the wilderness stops feeling like a punishment and becomes a place of growth. Everything, including the delay, the waiting, and the silence, can work together for your good when your life is in God's hands. There comes a moment when your inner growth finally matches the promise God has prepared for you. That's the sign that the season of testing is coming to an end. You'll know it when it happens. Peace is no longer controlled by what's happening around you. Success no longer defines who you are. Instead of looking for your worth in the blessing, you already know who you are in God. That's when you're ready to step into the purpose He has prepared for your life. This won't be the kind of success that fades under pressure. It will be built to last. By then, your character has been strengthened. Your heart has learned humility, and you've learned to receive with open hands. You'll be able to handle success without letting it change who you are. You'll be able to succeed without becoming proud. God isn't delaying your blessing. He's preparing you for it. He loves you too much to give you something that would ultimately destroy you. The wilderness won't last forever. The promise still stands. And when the time comes, you'll be ready to carry everything God has prepared for you. If this message encouraged you today, write "God is preparing me" in the comments. If you'd like more messages like this, don't forget to subscribe and join our community. May God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.